Excuse me. Now who are going?
Yes! Woo! That's how you sing it. Your shoes shine. Hey! Come on! Woo! Okay. Listen, guys. Listen. I'm going to start today's video from the end, right? I'm going to start with David Oprah. David Oprah gave me an electrifying performance. I was blown away. I was speechless. No, I wasn't speechless. Nah, I'm lying. I wasn't speechless. I was literally screaming in my apartment. I was screaming and my neighbors were thinking that, oh, Glory, there's something wrong with you. Well, David Oprah is actually wrong with me this evening, guys. Come on. David Oprah gave an outstanding, an explosive, an excellent performance. It was all perfection for me. There was no flaw anywhere. I did not see anything wrong at all with David Oprah's performance. And guys, if you think I'm exaggerating, I'm sorry. I haven't even started yet. Let me go into details and tell you that David Oprah came to the stage. He sang Nice's Street Credibility in a different way. I've heard that song over 1 million times since I was born. Yes. And tonight, the song held a different meaning to me. Look at the Africanness, the Nigerianness, the street credibility in all of its glory that David Oprah brought to the stage. Guys, that is how to perform a song. You embody the song. You wear the song like a cloak around yourself. You wrap yourself in the song and then the song engulfs you. And then when you come to the stage, you do not only sing the song, you perform the song so that people can actually understand the story behind the song. People can actually embrace it. Woo! Guys, David Oprah did all of that and more. You see all those street slang he was using. Okay, I heard John, I heard my banner. Guys, come on. That was perfection. Perfection. That was what it was. I enjoyed it. And you know the funny thing? I thought that my two favorite performances of the night was Faith and Itoha, yeah, Baby Dragon, who tonight I have reversed her name to now Adult Dragon. But guys, I'm sorry to say I have to change my mind that David Oprah, he stole the show. And listen, there was also something I saw during the show, this close-up ad. David Oprah said something. He said something like, somebody way I know, look me finish, can't say I dey carry shoulder up. I just smiled. Guys, that really touched me because I felt like David Oprah was actually sending a message to me because I was the one that did a video and said that, oh, it felt like David Oprah had pride with the way he was performing. Listen, David, if you're watching this video right now, that was meant to be a constructive criticism, all right? Don't take it to heart. You did great, excellently, exceptionally tonight. Keep up that same spirit. Now, moving on, guys, let me just quickly get into the video. All right, I got overly excited to the point that I forgot to introduce myself. You're welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Glory Elijah. This is Frankly Speaking with Glory. I am the girl with the T. Now, maybe the girl with the T, yes. And on this video, I'm going to be sharing with you all the juicy details about how we came about the top 10 contestants of this season of Nigerian Idols. Remember, as of last week, we had a top 12, but tonight it was all reduced to top 12 by virtue of the votes of the viewing audience. I want to believe so. And 2 people were actually evicted tonight. Before I go ahead to talk about the 2 people that were evicted tonight, let me just briefly share my own opinion about how the other top 10 contestants performed. So the first person to take the stage was Zadok. Yes, Zadok did great last week. For those of you who remember, he did great last week, and then tonight he performed Wizkid's Back to the Matter. Guys, I'm just going to go by my notes because I don't want to waste your time. I've taken enough time already. I said that it was an excellent performance. That was improvisation at its best. And listen, this is something I've noticed about Zadok. Zadok is so talented and skillful at improvising songs. Yeah, so when he performs a song, you don't even know, you can't even really tell that it belongs to someone. You think it's his own song. And that is how it is. That is what improvisation is all about. Yes, as a professional singer, entertainer, music artist, you should be able to improvise on any song. And then we had Debbie. To be very frank with you all, I was kind of surprised that Debbie made it through to top 10. Yes, she was even the second person that was mentioned. Yes, not by virtue of being the most voted for contestant. Now, according to Ike's explanation, it was just a random mentioning of the names of the contestants. Yeah, so as I said, I was surprised that Debbie made it to top 10, and in my head something was ringing that, okay, are we about to have another Beyonce experience this season? I mean, last season we knew that Beyonce and Comfort, they shouldn't have made it that far in the show, and then this season we're seeing Debbie. However, Debbie cleared my doubt, yes. And the way she did it was by performing this South African song. I think it's South African, yes. And I must give it to her. She did great. And it is all due to the song selection. And this is why song selection is very, very key in a show, in a competition like Nigerian Idols. If you choose a song that your voice cannot carry, your vocal prowess, your voice texture cannot carry, then you are definitely shooting yourself in the leg. So in my opinion, Debbie actually tried. It wasn't an amazing performance, but she actually tried. She did great. It was a far improvement from her performance last week. Yes, so I am actually looking forward to seeing what she's going to perform next week. And we had Gerald. Yes, Gerald performed P Square's Ifunaya. From what I wrote and from what I perceived, of course, it was a beautiful performance. I love this outfit. That guy came through dripping. And guys, if you do not know, let me just tell you now, that's one of my favorite colors. Yes, I love that color. He pulled it off. Yes, it made him look like a true star on that stage. I loved the fact that his stage presence was really amazing. His expression of the song, it made it more believable. However, at some point, I don't know, it seemed as though he was rushing the song almost to the point of going flat whilst he was ad-libbing. So whilst he was ad-libbing, he almost went off key or went flat. I don't know, but something almost went wrong and I caught it. So Gerald, if you're watching this video right now, or anybody that knows Gerald, just tell him to calm down when next he's performing. You don't want to be singing beautifully and then the next thing, like a trailer that is going off the road, you are going into one kind, whatever. We had the beautiful Faith. Faith performed Lagbaja's Always on My Mind. Guys, listen, this is what I'm going to say. That Faith has groomed herself, yes, to a level of professionalism. The kind of control that Faith has, guys, I said in my books that it needs to be studied. Her stage presence, the aura that she carries when she's singing, when she's performing, she's so graceful, she's so elegant, and guys, I feel like it should be studied. Faith is a born star. She's a born superstar, not just a star, a born superstar. I said that her performance tonight was professionalism at its peak. She wasn't doing too much, she wasn't doing too little. She gave the right balance of what we, the viewers, needed, you know, to actually get from the song. And the fact that she was able to exude so much control on stage, it revived that Lagbaja song all over again. I'm sure that Lagbaja will be richly proud of her tonight. Then we had Itoha, aka Baby Dragon. Listen, I want to put this disclaimer here right now that on this channel, if anybody is going to be referring to Itoha on this channel in the comment section, please, please and please, it is Adult Dragon. I don't want Baby Dragon, because what that girl did tonight on the stage, come on. Itoha gave an explosive performance. Her outfit, she was looking fabulous. She was looking like a mini Beyonce. Guys, Itoha's performance was explosive. She came, she burnt the stage. Come on, she set the pace to another level. It was like 1001 million current. What did I say in my books? I said that her vocal prowess is so strong, her vocal control. Itoha has a big voice. Hey, for a girl of 17, for that small tiny girl that is just as tiny as I am, when she opened her mouth tonight, because I was wondering like, now wow, what's happening? Itoha, you want to scatter our brains. What did she perform again? She performed on Maumi's If You Ask Me, guys, and we know that that song is very verbose. The song has too many lyrics. If you're not fast, you will not be able to keep up with that song. But guess what? Itoha kept up with that song. She carried that song on her little fragile shoulder, on her back. She came to that stage and she offloaded it with so much grace, with so much tranquility. And then towards the end of the song, she brought about that roaring voice. She breathed fire on that song. Guys, her fierceness came in double dose tonight. And so she qualified as one of my favorite performances of tonight. Yeah. And then we had Abigail. Abigail performed D'banj's Emergency. Listen, you know, one thing I like about the judges is they tend to not want to be too harsh with their criticism with the contestants because they don't want to discourage the contestants. But guys, I'm going to be frank with you, even though the judges were giving Abigail a lot of flowers and roses on that stage, I wasn't really satisfied with her performance. Yes, I felt like she left too many gaps, too many spaces, too many openings that she should have filled up with some amazing ad-libs. Because come on, Abigail has an amazing voice. She has a powerful voice, a strong voice. Her vocal control is amazing. So I was wondering, like, what the hell is going on? But then I could not really blame her too much because that song, that D'banj song, it's not really easy. It takes a lot of your energy, and it was very obvious that she was getting exhausted, but she was able to exert a lot of energy to performing that song. What else did I say? I said, well, that it was a great stage performance. She was very, very energetic, but I felt like vocally she could have done more. Now we had Progress, the church boy. Progress performed Wizkid's Joy. Now I'm going to be frank with you all for the 100th time on this video. I know that Wizkid's song, but whenever I hear it, I feel like it's kind of boring. It's not my style, so I don't really engage the song that much. Not because it's not good, but because for me, I just feel like it's too boring. I've never really paid attention to the lyrics, but then Progress came tonight, and with his church skills of the choir boy, choir master, he decided to minister that song to us. Guys, I'm going to use church language. I was blessed in my spirit. There was a confirmation in my soul that that song was for me. Because guys, I've been having joy all day. So in my opinion, Progress murdered that song, or rather elevated the song, but in our street slang, he murdered the song. It was an electrifying performance. Guys, I felt it. It was like a church ministration. So when I say that I was ministered to, I actually mean it. Forget the fact that the song is actually a secular song. I was blessed. And then he also used the opportunity to wish all mothers happy Mother's Day, which was the first on the stage tonight. Yes, guys. I mean, Progress is really a star. His voice, his vocal control, his professional, English will not fail me. His professionalism was simply outstanding. And then we had Gerald. Gerald performed Burna Boy's Yay. Okay, you know what? I'm going to try to be as nice as possible. I wasn't impressed. Yeah. I wasn't impressed. I don't know. Gerald looked really sad. I don't know if it's because his calling out to the stage was delayed. Yes, so probably all that pressure, the anxiety of not really knowing if you made it to top 10 or not, it had actually engulfed him. But I just felt like his performance was not that great. What did I say again? I said it was just too ordinary, no depth. I did not really understand the lyrics of that song. When you listen to Burna Boy performing that song, you understand it. And also, I felt like his voice texture was not just right for the song. It was a wrong song choice. Burna Boy's baritone, his rich bass and baritone, it tends to carry all of his songs that if anybody wants to make a cover of that song, they have to be very careful. It's either your voice is extremely melodious or your voice is just as richly baritoned as Burna Boy's one. So Jordan's voice is kind of in between, and so it could not really survive the strength of that song. So what did I say? I said his vocals were really weak for the song. I did not feel it. It was a wrong song choice. And then we had Banty. Guys, let me even ask you all. I don't know if I was the only one, but it seemed as though Banty was quite upset. Or was it overexcitement? Because even when the judges were giving her their criticism while she was on stage, the way she received it, it looked kind of, I don't know, like she was angry. And I felt like that was not professional at all. Because come on, when the judges are giving you criticism, smile and take it in good faith. Yes, because it will be good for you. So her performance tonight, what did she sing? She sang Davido's Aye. Guys, she was struggling. It was a messy performance in my opinion. She was struggling, she was breathing so hard, she was struggling with her breath control, she was all over the place on the stage. She was seriously trying to gain composure, but she looked like a pack of cookie that was crumbling under the weight of the song. The song carried her, lifted her up and threw her down on the stage and hit her on the floor. But why? I'm sorry to put it that way, but it felt like she allowed herself to just be flung around by the song. She did not carry the song. She was skipping, her voice kept breaking. I don't know if she lost her voice, but her voice kept on breaking and cracking. Guys, it just felt like the song actually engulfed her. It felt like she was overwhelmed. It felt like she was tired. It felt like the song completely swallowed her. And I felt like Banty could actually do better. But then sadly, Precious and Joel were actually evicted tonight. But you know what? I mean, it is what it is, because I've said it before on this channel that this season of Nigerian Idols, it is a very, very stiff competition. You cannot easily predict who the winner will be. You know, so I wasn't really surprised when Precious and what's his name, Joel, were actually evicted. But I was sad because those two people, they have amazing voice. Yes, they've got an amazing voice. So I don't know, let's keep our fingers crossed. But then let me know your own thoughts about tonight's performances from the top 10 contestants in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys on another video soon. Have an amazing night rest. Bye.